Hey guys, Richard here again from the Pokéfamily. I'm here to talk to you today about the upcoming raid boss Kyogre. I reckon he's going to be here pretty soon. I reckon Groundon is almost done. I've seen Kyogre on some graphics out there. He's almost certainly going to be next. Kyogre and Groundon are matched up together in the main series games. So this is why I'm giving you this information now. I was a little bit late with the last information and I rushed it, and I think some of it was a little bit erroneous, like the catch CPs, because I rushed and scribbled out some information to get the video out faster, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm pretty sure that this information is as accurate as it can get. Sorry, we all make mistakes, don't we? But anyway, when battling Kyogre, his battle CP is going to be 51,968. So much like Groundon, he's going to be a beast. He's going to be difficult to fight. He's difficult to counter. He's going to do a lot of damage. He's got some moves that give him access to stab. He's got some moves that are just horrible for his potential counters. He's a tough boss to fight, but the rewards are going to be worth it. This guy is going to be the best water type in the game, I think, for quite a long time, maybe even forever. I don't know, but for quite a long time. He's certainly better than Suicune. He's certainly better than Vaporeon and Gyarados in his ability to deal damage and his versatility. And versatility is something that I am finding to be quite important at the moment. Finding Pokemon that can do multiple jobs, that are capable of doing multiple things with a quick use of the TM. I think that that's quite important for the future and for the current meta of this game. So, as far as moves are concerned, Kyogre's going to have access to two quick moves. That's Waterfall and Dragon Tail. Now, Waterfall, obviously, because he's a water type, stab, Dragon Tail. It eliminates Dragonite almost as a backup option. If you've got no other options, usually you can slip Dragonite in there because he's so strong. His damage capability is quite high. If he's got his stab moves, obviously, he's got Dragon Tail and Outrage. He can deal a whole bunch of damage. This kind of, with Dragon Tail, it kind of mitigates that, so you have to work out whether it works or not. But even then, if he's got the other one, if he's got Waterfall, he's still going to be dealing a whole bunch of damage anyway. Onto his charge moves. This is where things get complicated. Hydro Pump, Thunder, and the worst one, Blizzard. Now, Blizzard is bad because of the two types that directly counter water types. One is plant types, grass types, which Blizzard is super effective against. It's an ice type move, it's going to be super effective. It's super effective against flying types. It's super effective against dragon types. Bad news. Real bad news if it's got Blizzard. It cuts off so many counters. It's going to reduce the effectiveness of so many counters so drastically. One of the things that makes this raid boss tough. My advice, jump in there, see what moves it's got. If it's got Blizzard, then work out with the team that's there how the best way of dealing with this guy is. If you've got a lot of people, probably won't matter. If you've only got a few people, you really need to work out what you're going to do and what you're going to use. But anyway, straight on to counters. The number one counter and the only counter that isn't really affected by anything that I've just said is Raikou. He is a pure electric type. He's, in my opinion, the strongest electric type in the game at the moment. You want Thundershock and Wild Charge. Thundershock is a quick move, obviously Wild Charge is a charge move. Those are the best moves, and he's the best counter. He should be in your team if you've got a good one, multiple times, if you've got multiple ones powered up, ready to go. Next, Zapdos. He's not as powerful as Raikou in my opinion, and also he's a flying type. So if it's got Blizzard, it gets a bit messy. I mean, I used some ice types to counter Zapdos back in the day. I didn't have brilliant Pokemon. I used some Cloysters, you know. Blizzard's gonna really wreck Zapdos, so you have to watch out. But he's number 2 on the list. Then, if you get a Kyogre and he's good, and you have the rare candies lined up, you could use Kyogre to counter Kyogre. You want Dragon Tail, obviously you don't want Waterfall because it's going to do half damage, and Thunder. Thunder is an electric move. He's going to do a whole bunch of damage to himself. So it's a good counter. Groudon, a little bit more complicated. Waterfall and Hydro Pump are going to be bad news. Blizzard's going to be bad news. But he's usable with the right, as long as Kyogre's got the right combination of moves. This is why it's so complex to counter this guy. His charge moves and his quick moves make it very, very, very complicated to do. But you can use Groudon in the right circumstance. After that, Sceptile with Bullet Seed and Leaf Blade. Sorry, Groudon, you want Mudshot and Solar Beam. You want Mudshot and Solar Beam. Sorry, I missed that. Then Sceptile, Bullet Seed, Leaf Blade. In my opinion, currently, Sceptile probably the best grass Pokemon in the game. Not because his CP is huge. His CP isn't huge. It's the fact that he's got access to Leaf Blade. None of the other good ones do. So he's able to deal the damage much faster. He'll get more charge moves off. He'll probably get more charge moves off before he dies than the other ones who've got Solar Beam. After that, Executor with Bullet Seed and Solar Beam. He's always been a strong grass type Pokemon. Still a strong grass type Pokemon. You can use him. Obviously Blizzard is going to hurt him real bad. But after that, Jolteon, much like Raikou, is not going to take like super effective damage, double damage or whatever from anything that Kyogre does. But he's a glass cannon anyway. So he's going to die quick anyway. He always does. But he's there, he's usable, he's good. You want Thundershock and Thunderbolt on him. After that, you've got Venusaur with Vine Whip and Solar Beam. Again, Blizzard is a real problem. There's no escaping it. If Kyogre's got Blizzard and you're going up against him, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough because of the drought of electric type Pokemon that we've always had. There are none in the game except the legendaries, and the legendaries aren't easy to get. Obviously, and good ones are even harder to get and even harder to power up because you can't get candies. You need to use rare candies. I've got one Raikou, 93%, fully powered up. That's it. That's all I've got. I'm sure that there are other people out there that are in a better position, but it's rough. Finally on my list, I've got Ho-Oh. Now, this is a real outside choice. You want Extra Sensory and Solar Beam. Ho-Oh's a flying fire type, so Dragon Tail's not going to hurt him that bad, but Waterfall will. Hydro Pump, Blizzard and Thunder are all going to be real bad. Well, maybe not Blizzard, because he's fire. He's an outside choice still, but I wouldn't pick him if I had any other choices. But he's there, he's on the list. If you've got a real good one, really powered up, I suppose it might be using a Gengar. He'll go down fast, but you'll do a lot of damage. But yeah, that's my list of counters. Kyogre's going to be weather boosted in rainy weather, so if you've got a rainy weather icon on your screen, he's going to do increased damage, but you're also going to be able to catch him at an increased level. You'll catch him at level 25 instead of level 20. Your max capture CPs, non-weather boosted, 2328, weather boosted, 2910. Those are the numbers that you're going to be looking for, guys, on your screen. No weather, 2328, with weather, 2910. So we've got another one, guys. Just like Groudon, difficult to counter, difficult to deal with, but the rewards are pretty big. I mean, this guy is strong. With Groudon, I've managed to get 96%. It doesn't have 15 attack, which is a little bit of a problem, but I'm still tempted to power that guy up. It's 14, 50, because he is so versatile. He's so strong. his CP is so big, his damage capabilities are so big, his defense is quite big. Kyogre's just the same, except water. So versatile, but water. It's good. It's good. Get out there when he comes. Work out what you can use. Work out your counters. Go through my list that I've just given you and try and manage with this guy. It's going to be rough. Your smaller teams, I think, are going to find this one more difficult than they did ground ball because of Blizzard. It almost completely eliminated 50% of the two major counters for an electric or grass. So it's going to be rough, guys. But I like these. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I like these legendaries. They're much more interesting to me than the previous ones. The previous ones were exciting because they were new. These are interesting. You have to talk amongst your raid group. It's becoming much more. Raiding is becoming much more of a social encounter than, hey guys, do you want to raid this legendary bird? Sure, yeah. You know your counters, don't you? Yeah, okay, yeah, golem. I've got some golems. We'll use golem. That's where it used to be, and it was exciting because it was a legendary. You might get a chance to catch something huge. Now it's like, has anybody been in and seen what he's got? You know what I mean? With Groudon, it's like, has it got Solar Beam? Has it got Solar Beam? We need to know if it's got Solar Beam. Same with Ho-Ho, and it's just better in my opinion. The tactics required to beat this guy. It makes the game more interesting for me. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Get out there, get those Kyogres, get them in your decks, get yourself a good one, maybe two, get them powered up. This guy's going to be useful. See you later, guys.